in the game.
EA Sports is in the game!
shot that clears will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Back to throw, it's Harrington. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Fires to the middle. Got his man all by himself. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And they spread him out. And the defense, you got to kind of pick your poison, right? It's hard to go man across the board. It's to pressure the QB, so they play it safe, they go zone. And it's nice to have a running back that can line up in the slot, read the zone, kind of sit down and understand where to be. QB throws the strike, he makes the catch. Nice job being on the same page.
Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Wants to throw one first. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. Stopped right there. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Still scoreless here after this offense has dominated time of possession. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes him play early.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force third and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the speedy Nick Anderson. This guy will sneak around, not always in the spotlight, but he is somebody you have to deal with.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for this squad.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Third down after the incompletion. Sticks it in his belly. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
The shot that clears will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Harrington. Lets it fly. Upstairs, he's got it. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout taken on the field. It's the 2nd call by Syracuse. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Hooks. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball over the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Johnson wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Anderson. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Under pressure, finds his target. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The shot that clears, come to the line, trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, how about that play call? 3rd down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Got it in the middle, it's Cooper. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Look out! And they got it. Defense, defense, defense. No one is giving an inch, and the stats bear that out after 3. This game has the look of one that if anybody can put any type of score on the board, they'll probably go home with a W as we start the 4th quarter. They boot it away on 4th down. Looks it in. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And they'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Running inside. It's Green. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Looking downfield, it's Harrington. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He makes the catch. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Timeout taken on the field. It's the 2nd call by Syracuse. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. Drops back on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Sells to fake. Rushes on. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Syracuse will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Fresh set of downs going up top. Shoots it to the left. Lucky to get it off.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Long way to go on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Young. Got maybe a yard. 3rd down and 9 coming.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season. And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Going to the run, it's Jackson. Shakes off the defender. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. A timeout is called. It gives everyone a chance to take a deep breath and get settled here in overtime. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Needed to stay alive, and it's good. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Johnson looking to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a guaranteed passing situation, defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
There's a fine line between aggressive and reckless. This might cross over as they pass on the field goal and go for it on fourth down. Snaps on fourth down. Oh, he wants it all. Can't connect, and the defense makes a stop, and they'll win it by a field goal in overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.